What's the difference between an author, a journal, and an article? I've noticed that students sometimes struggle with these words initially when they're digging into this. And since a lot of conversation happens around journal metrics and also in writing references in APA format, understanding what the difference is between a journal and the article and the author is really helpful. So, I created this little image. So imagine that you are searching for information about how 6-year-olds think about generalizing mathematical ideas or about functional relationships. So then you might come across this article called A Learning Trajectory in 6-Year-Olds Thinking About Generalizing and Functional Relationships. And you'll notice it's pretty easy to tell from looking at the actual article on the right side here that you have a list of the authors here. And if you look up in the top left corner of the page, at least in this journal, this is their mode of operating. They put, and I've highlighted it here, I put a red box around it. It says the journal's name, the year that it was published, the volume number, the issue number, and then the page range. And all of that information has to go into a reference, an APA formatted reference. The volume number and the issue number are usually, the volume usually refers to the year, and the issue number is the issue that year. So if you think about this in terms of, for instance, a monthly magazine or tabloid that you might get. So the volume number would be the specific year. So maybe even in that year, it might even have a theme. In research journals, it's usually not the case. And then the issue number would be that issue. So if it was a monthly thing, then it might be the January issue or the August issue. That's what the issue number is. And in this case, it's represented with N0 dot. And then the page ranges. So a lot of times these journals are continuously paginated. So issue number 1 of the volume, which might be, say, the January issue, might start with page number 1. And then when they come out with an issue in February, it would continue where the previous month's issue left off. So that's why those are there. Sometimes journals don't do that, and they start each issue off with page number 1 and they continue. So don't be scared by the big numbers there. It's just probably because they're continuously paginating them. And then, of course, you will see this whenever you get a physical journal, but when things are digital, it might be a little more complicated. So in the physical journal, it might look like the left side of this image, where you have the name of the journal right there, big, bold letters. And then underneath that, it lists all the different articles within that journal. And each one of those articles has its own set of pages, like on the right side here, along with the articles or with the authors. So when you're looking at this, make sure to keep that straight. The journal is like the magazine that publishes things. And then the articles are submitted by individuals who get published with that journal in a specific year for a specific volume in a specific issue. So when you're thinking about things like journal metrics, this becomes really important because the journal itself will have a metric. And then there will be metrics about a specific article, such as how many times that specific article has been cited. And then there will also be metrics about a specific person and all of the articles that they have published in all kinds of journals, not just within a specific one. So I've noticed that some people struggle with this from time to time. So if you are struggling with this, I hope it helps. If not, hit me up, let me know what's going on. All right, hope it's helpful.